velocity field and how it is classified as based on the spatial dimension of time, or whether it's Eulerian or Lagrangian, depending on the frame of reference. Now, if you are an experimentalist or if you are doing computations trying to produce calculations of the flow field, in either case, either experimental or computational, you need to present your velocity field, and you need a way to express the you need a way to think about it or visualize it. Okay, and for that we have three different tools which are called streamlines, streak lines, and path lines, and these are mathematical concepts that are used to visualize the flow. Now, what is a streamline? A streamline is a curve to which the velocity vector at a point is tangential. That is, if I have, let's say, a flow, and if I have the velocity vector at this point, I have the velocity vector at this point. The streamline is a curve that is tangent to the velocity at every point. It's a tangent at this point. It's a tangent at this point. It's a curve which is to which the velocity at a given point is tangential. So if I were to draw a tangent to this curve at this point, the velocity would be parallel to that direction, to the tangent. Same thing at this point. Okay, so streamline is usually visualized to understand what is the direction of the velocity at a particular point. Okay, the next concept of streak line, is a collection of points. The streak line is a collection of points which have all passed through a single point in space at some point in their history. Like, for example, let's say you have a flow, okay, and you choose a particular volume here. Let's say we choose a particular volume, okay, and we take a dropper and try to add a dye to all the fluid molecules that pass through this point. We try to drop a dye to all the fluid. Let's say we have a dripper here. Okay, we have a dripper here. It's dripping dye constantly to all the fluid molecules that pass through this point. So what will happen is that if you have a set of particles that go through this point, you will have them form a line, and that line will stretch as long as you observe it for the time or for the distance to which the particle. So let's say this particle here entered this point at t0. This particle here entered this point at t1, at t2, at t3, at t4, at t5. So you are getting a streak of particles that all went through a common point for the duration of your observation. So from starting to current, so this is starting time, this is current time. So from starting to current time, all these fluid particles went through this point, and the collection of all these points, the line that joins them or the curve that joins them, is called the streak line. The streak line is a common visualization tool in experiments. All you need to do is set up a dripper which has some dye that doesn't dissolve in this fluid, and something that can stay as a stable compound. All you need to do is keep adding the dye to a specific point, and you get a visualization of all the points that went through this point. Now suppose you have a flow, like for example, if you have a flow that is over a sphere, have a flow over a sphere, suppose you inject the dye at this location here. On the other side, on the downstream side, on this side to the right, you can observe all the molecules or all the fluid particles that went through the top to distinguish those that went past the bottom, okay, the north pole and the south pole, and this would be the equator. So you can visualize using a dye or using some kind of sparking mechanism or some means to visualize all the particles that went through on this side. Okay, that is one way of producing streak lines. So we saw streamlines and streak lines. Streak lines are used in experiments. Streamlines are often used to present numerical calculations of steady flows. Okay. The last concept, path lines. Okay, I'll erase this. The path lines, I'll define them formally. Okay. Path lines is traced out by a given particle of fluid. It is traced out by a given particle of fluid, and it is seen in time to show the stretching or deformation of the fluid particle. That is, if I have a flow, let's say I designate a small volume of fluid, I inject a certain finite volume of dye added at time of 0. Suppose I take a finite volume of dye, add it in this volume, and I don't add dye anymore. That would be the difference between path line and streak line. In streak lines, you keep adding the dye in this volume, add dye continuously. You keep on adding for the whole time of observation. For visualizing path lines, you just add a particular amount of dye at time 0, and what will happen is this element of fluid, let's say this blob is spherical at the beginning, this blob can stretch into an egg shape or it can become into a bigger egg shape. So you can observe its deformation and translation as a function of time and space. So it is like tagging a certain set of particles and observing them move, stretch, get bigger, get smaller, and whatever. So this path line is a concept that is well aligned with the Lagrangian point of view. That is, if you want to tag a set of particles and call them a fluid particle and observe their dynamics as they go through the flow, that would be the Lagrangian approach, and path lines are a tool to do exactly that. Streak lines, they are like a tag to identify molecules that once went through the same point. That is, you can have something like, let's say, a nozzle that goes through this point, and after the nozzle the flow may re-expand. Okay, but all the molecules that go through this particular point will have that identification, which is like a dye or a color, and that's how you tag and identify them. These will be streak lines. Okay, both are visualization tools. For a steady flow, steady flow, streamlines, streak lines and path lines will coincide. You will find that they all behave identically